This presentation, I'll be reflecting on 5 key lessons I've taken from the Operational Improvement Unit and how I've applied them in my role as project manager at Magnus. Each example highlights a real challenge I've encountered at work and how the concepts from this unit have either addressed the issue or led to improvements now in progress. I'll focus on practical changes across areas like design coordination, procurement, risk planning, and quality, showing how operational improvement theory has helped drive better outcomes on live projects. Strategic alignment, making operations serve the bigger picture. One of the biggest takeaways for me was realizing how critical it is for operations to align with business strategy, not just run alongside it. The unit emphasized that strategic alignment is one of the most important drivers of operational performance. And I've seen this play out at Magnus. On our high-end Vaucluse development project, I noticed that our internal pre-construction workflows weren't supporting key business goals like client responsiveness or cost certainty. Consultant inputs were delayed, and that affected our ability to secure material pricing early or offer meaningful value management. After applying the operational improvement cycle discussed in the course, I led a realignment of our consultant coordination workflows. We introduced milestone targets tied to procurement deadlines, clarified responsibilities, and added KPIs aligned with broader project goals. It's made a measurable difference in the way the team collaborates, and it's helped link day-to-day actions to long-term business outcomes, just like the frameworks we learned about in this unit. Tendering improvement, getting clearer quotes faster. Another key takeaway from this unit was just how much operations can be improved through better communication and early planning, especially when it comes to procurement. For the Retail Cove outlet project, I noticed we were getting inconsistent responses from subcontractors during the tendering phase. Some quotes were missing key scope items, while others made assumptions that weren't aligned with the drawings. After learning more about the importance of standardized processes and eliminating rework, I reviewed how we were issuing our tender packs. I introduced a checklist system for each package to make sure consultants confirmed scope items before documents were released. I also trialed running a short briefing call with suppliers for key trades to clarify expectations and timelines. As a result, the quality of our submissions improved, and we were able to compare quotes more accurately, with fewer clarifications needed. It was a good reminder that small improvements in communication can make a big difference to procurement outcomes and ultimately project efficiency. Lean design coordination, solving the consultant bottleneck. A third insight came from learning around lean operations and process design content. The course emphasized that value is created when we remove waste and idle time, something I noticed was seriously impacting our consultant coordination. On the Vaucluse development project, I used value stream mapping to review how architectural and services documentation was reviewed and approved. I found that consultants were often waiting weeks for feedback, leading to version confusion and last-minute design clashes. The mapping process helped me to pinpoint where the delays were happening. To address the delays, I introduced a 72-hour turnaround expectation, centralized the markup review folder, and held short weekly coordination check-ins. These small changes reduced rework, aligned with lean process thinking, and led to quicker decision making. As the course suggested, you don't always need high-tech tools to make improvements. Sometimes it's just about tightening how the team interacts and making processes flow visible. Risk and opportunity register, proactive planning in action. One of the most useful real-world improvements I've introduced is a risk and opportunity register. Before this, risks were often raised informally or late, usually after they'd already impacted the project. Learning about how effective risk management is not just about mitigation, it's also about creating opportunity and foresight. Inspired by this, I created a live register on the Vaucluse project where we log not only risks like coordination delays or scope creep, but also opportunities. For example, early trade availability or changes that might reduce cost. We now review this in our weekly site meetings. It's helped improve visibility, decision-making and planning, and shifted our mindset from reactive to proactive. This links closely to the operational planning and control theories that we explored in the course. It's a simple tool, but it's had a big cultural impact on the team. KPI and risk management, managing quality through data. Finally, this unit has helped me shift from gut feel to data-informed project control. One issue I identified was that unresolved requests for information, or RFIs, were a leading cause of delay, but we weren't tracking them properly. Drawing on the quality management and KPI frameworks discussed in the course, I started tracking the number and age of open RFIs on a weekly basis. That data gave us early warning signs and allowed me to escalate issues before they impacted site. I also created a QA variance log to track repetitive design problems. Instead of treating each issue as isolated, we're now identifying patterns and preventing future errors. This approach aligns with what we covered around variance analysis and continuous improvement, and it's already led to better quality outcomes on site. It's shown me how just a few targeted metrics can change the way a team manages both performance and risk. In summary, this unit has completely reshaped how I think about operations. Through strategic alignment, digital integration, lean process improvement, proactive risk management, and KPI-based planning, I've been able to apply what I've learned in real time at Magnus. It's made me more confident as a project manager and has equipped me with practical tools to lead improvement, even in complex environments. These aren't just theories, they're active changes I've implemented that have improved delivery outcomes for communication and collaboration. Thanks very much for listening.